Your personal brand ties to the information that you consume, the people that you speak with. Even the music you listen to is a reflection of your brand. You cannot emerge in this VUCA world if you do not have the very first P, purpose. We know that what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is simply the extra that they put. It's dedication, putting in the work. That's what separates them. Welcome, everyone. Yes, my name is Emeka Ebeniro, also known as Fire Emeka, because I'm the fire speaker and your personal brand fixer. And one thing I do and I'm most passionate about is I help people build profitable brands. Most likely, I can say, build brand authority and move you from passion to profit. In my journey, I have realized that you would always miss what your eyes are not trained to see. I repeat, you would always miss what you are not trained to see. And it's not because that you're not intelligent. It is not because that you don't have the right skill set or you don't want it, but it's simply because you have not seen it. It has not been brought to your consciousness. You are not aware of these things. A few years ago, as a young advertising executive, I was passionate about being the best possible. I wanted to rise in my career. I wanted to be, like the bosses. I enjoyed what they did. They drove big cars. They were respected in the industry and even by the clients. And that was my dream. And in following and pursuing that dream relentlessly, I knew I was tired of my current position at my previous agency. And I wanted more. In searching for more, I applied to several agencies, mostly for the pay, but also to rise, because I realized that once you move from one agency to the other, your pay gets better. But when you stay in one company and one agency, you don't really get that pay. You don't get that promotion as much as you want it. And you know how it is. You know how it is, right? So I decided to, I started my journey. I moved quickly. And what did I do? I got a new job at this agency. And in this agency, I was privileged to work with one of my coaches, my mentors, should I call him a big brother? His name is Uche Ugoji. And what did Uche do? Uche helped me develop myself. Now, one thing I realized in my relationship with Uche as we went along was, Uche took me under his wings, as you know it, and I kept studying Uche and every move that he made. He was open to tell me and share with me the things that he was doing. And what was he doing? Uche was simply planning his life so that his tomorrow will be better than today. Today, I'll be sharing with you on how you can position yourself for global relevance. I repeat, how you can position yourself for global relevance. So talking about Uche and the things that Uche was doing, I realized that it's not enough for you to have skill. It's not enough for you to have desire. It is not enough for you to be hungry. You need to also learn how to position yourself and how to map out strategies that will take you to your next level. And rightly said, in this summit, we have put together so many things that would help you develop the right strategies that will take you to your desired position. Still talking about Uche and our journey. Uche exposed me to certain plans. One was, the first thing Uche did, amongst several other things, was he told me, Emeka, see, I'm applying to another school. I'm applying to a school rather, where I'm going to get a certification. I will travel outside the country. When I come back, I'm already speaking to the owner of the company. I'm resubmitting my CV now with a higher qualification, and I'm already renegotiating my pay and my position. I'm like, Uche, you've come again. You know how it is now. Uche, you've come again. Are you sure? He said, Emeka, just watch. I said, okay, let's watch. Uche went for a few months, came back. Not long after Uche's coming back, we had a general meeting. You know those meetings we have on Mondays? We had a general meeting, and the boss announced that, guys, Uche is now the head of department. I'm like, eh? He was just two positions ahead of me. He was a senior manager. I was an account executive. Uche comes back and is heading the whole department. He said, yes, Uche is the head of the department. You need to attend to him and all that and all that. I'm like, wow. He laughed. He said, Emeka, watch. He also told me that if the organization wasn't willing to increase his pay, that he was going to change jobs. Fast forward 6 months after he got an increase in pay and also position, Uche got another job with another agency. I'm like, Uche, what's going on? He said, Emeka, I told you, just watch. Uche left. I had to feel his shoes. They were really big shoes. But one thing I learned from Uche, and which Uche exposed me to, was Uche was able to show me and point me through the ropes. He taught me the business of the business. He taught me the work behind the work. And what is the work behind the work? The work behind the work simply is spending your time burning the midnight candles so that you can be good at what you do. Mastery is gotten by repetition. You don't get mastery by doing one thing just once. You get mastery by doing things over and over and over again. Do not be in a hurry to move to the next task. No, which is like, Emeka, no. We would leave the office at 5 and sometimes 6. Uche would spend 2 hours after we have left. What would he do? He would go through his work for the whole day, check the whole emails, check the brief one more time, reply the client, plan for that day, for the next day and the coming week. Uche was able to get into the mind of his customer, the client. One thing that I also realized from working with Uche that it is not enough for you to be skillful. You also need to understand these 4 P's. I call them the 4 P's of personal branding. They're actually 9, but with time, I would share as much as I can. But the very first P is purpose. Now, you may ask me, Emeka, what are you talking about? What does this have to do with me emerging? You cannot emerge in this world. Coach B so rightly called it VUCA. It means volatile, uncertain, volatile, unstable, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. I repeat, volatile, unstable, complex, and ambiguous. You cannot emerge in this VUCA world if you do not have the very first P, purpose. So what is purpose? Purpose simply is, like Simon Sinek would always say, in the golden circle, your why. Always starts with your why. So why are you here today? Why did you sign up for the Transformation Summit 2021? Do you truly want to emerge? Or is this one of those to-do lists that you have? Maybe I don't really have anything I'm doing at this time. Let me just come and spend time with these guys. Or I got the broadcast, I clicked on the link and I just want to be here. No. Even in coaching, as an athlete, a top performer, there is the purpose of training. In everything that you do, there is purpose attached to it. Uche understood his purpose. That is why he spent extra time after work developing himself, because he knew where he was going. Purpose is sweeter when there is a vision attached to it. It's not enough for you to say, hey, Emeka, I know my purpose, but what's the vision attached to that purpose? Do you know where you are going? Do you know why you do what you do? In knowing why you do what you do, guess what? The how you do what you do will change. Because when you grow in the understanding of the thing that you do, you gain mastery. Now, for so many of us, we were aware. I was aware of what Uche was doing, but I did not understand the steps and the strategies that he was applying. It took me years to understand. Part of the things Uche taught me, and I want to teach you today, he always said, Emeka, be friends with the person that pays your money. I said, what do you mean? He said, be friends with the owner of the business, be friends with the client, be friends with the account manager or the financial person, the person that approves your invoice, the person that says they should pay you now or they will pay you later, the person that the procurement manager. He taught me that. I didn't understand that. It took me years as an entrepreneur. I now understand it now. Like, wow. So I was aware of it, but I did not understand it, because understanding is deep knowledge. Understanding is gotten by repeating things. Understanding births mastery. Understanding is when you have done it over and over again and you have become, your execution is now excellent. So many of us say, my value, I'm excellent. No, for you to be truly excellent, you have to give in your best. We know that what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is simply the extra that they put. It's dedication, putting in the work. That's what separates them. Now you're wondering, like, okay, how does that apply to me? I can tell you this for free. Even to you, in your business, in your life, in your relationship with your spouse, your husband, your whoever it is, you need to know, very first thing, why am I doing what I'm doing? Am I really a good friend, boss, colleague? Am I dedicated to these things that I say that I'm doing? Am I interested in it, or am I committed to it? When you are interested in things, you would always give up when it's not convenient for you. But when you are committed, when you are committed because you know your why, no matter what happens to you, you will not stop. I can tell you for free, in putting together this summit, we were knocked down several times as a tribe. There were times that we were like, no, you said, I said, she said, what is going on? No, this is not getting, are we getting the approval? Who is speaking? What do we do? And we had our challenges. But guess what? Because we have a common goal as a tribe, a collective of coaches, leaders, speakers, experts with a common mission to change lives, empower them by providing them with the right skill set and mindset. Having that at the back of our mind, when the going was tough, we said no, we were going to have it. And not just have it at the best possible way. Make it as beautiful and excellent as possible, because that is the next speed. It's part of our promise. What is your promise? Your promise simply is what you will do every day of the week, and do it at that same level, irrespective of what happens. Even if two people come on your Instagram live, even if you have to speak to one person at the meeting, would you deliver it like there's a million people watching you? I learned that from Uche. Uche had that promise of always putting in the extra. So much so that he had so many recommendations. For everywhere he walked, Uche had so much amazing recommendation. And this recommendation, guess what happened to him? Uche got a job from Nigeria. He moved over to Ghana with his family, being a regional manager. Imagine that. Why? He knew his purpose. He knew his promise. He will not do anything if he's not giving his best. If we look at your work, if we look at the things that you do, are you truly giving in your best? Or do you just want the day to go by? You can't wait for 6 o'clock so that you can leave the office. We would leave the office, Uche is there. We will get to the office, we'll find Uche there. We're like, dude, you are married, you have kids, you have a family, you are the first to get here, you are the last to leave. What is going on? Uche had the promise. I will put in my best. I will be excellent in everything I do. I know my why. I know the purpose for why I am here. It is not about the money, but it's about my personal brand. Like Jeff Bezos will say, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. So I don't care what you say about yourself. When you move outside that door and you shut it, what do they say about you when you're not there? Would they say this one, leave him, he never gets anything done? Would they say this one, look at the email, just look. I told you, look at the email. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the email. You see? Typos. See? He's not articulating his thoughts very well. He's not getting anything done. Is that what they will say about you? What would they say? That oh no, I can't do without it. He's such an amazing guy. Like Olal rightly said, what kind of person, what would your customers say about you? Would you say, let me send you a sample? And you said, no, don't worry about that. Because it is you, I will come for this conference. Because you are speaking, I will be here. Because you are involved, I will be here. That's your promise. Now, this promise is not complete if it is not tied to a personality. Now, this personality is not just about being sanguine, choleric, and all that. Yes, I understand that you can do your personality analysis. Please do that. But what I want to make you understand in building your brand in this VUCA world so that you will emerge, you need to know that my personality is tied to my values. Who am I? What do I stand for? Everybody throws around the word integrity. I'm somebody of integrity. But when they set a meeting, would you be there? Oh, I'm somebody that I'm passionate. I have empathy. Are you sure? I tell business owners this. Would your clients sigh or be upset with you when they get involved with you? What would be the experience? Even as a coach, what will be the experience when you coach me? You come for my workshop, you speak at my summit, you are part, I have experience. What would be my report of you? We hear you see it every day on social media. He's not who they say he is. He's a nice guy on screen, but when you meet him face to face, he's not the right person. Trust me, that is not who you want to be. Your personality is tied to your values, and that's the fourth P, your third P rather. Your personality tied to your values. Who are you? What do you hold so dearly? Like they say, if you stand for nothing, stand for something, you will fall for everything. That is why businesses are crumbling. That's why people, they question their integrity. That is why so many things are not going well in this VUCA world. What do you stand for? Can I close my eyes and say that I know you will be there. You will not fault me. If they say you are involved, I can go to bed. It's fine. It's done. It's dusted. You are good. Will they say that about you? Or is it going to be another tale of, let's manage him. Let's manage her. I can tell you this for free. This is not the time for being managed. This is the time for you to excel. You can't afford to be a pity party of anybody. You can't afford to be that. No. It's either we're excelling or we're excelling. There is no other option. It's either we are growing, we're emerging, we're growing exponentially, or we are not growing. It's growth or growth. There is no other option. That is why you are here. We're growing or we're growing. We're excelling or we're excelling. There's no option. I'm sure you're wondering, what is he saying? Your brand is everything that you do. Your personal brand ties to the information that you consume, the people that you speak with. Even the music you listen to is a reflection of your brand. Why do you like this brand over the other? It's you. It's not the brand, it is you. Why? Because the brand reminds you of you. Your favorite soft drink reminds you of you. When you watch that ad on TV, it reminds you of you. There is something that ad is speaking. It's speaking to you, the inside of you. What you call yourself, what you say, this is who I am. I'm a champion. I would emerge. This is who they say I am. Not just what they say, but who I really am. That ad speaks to me. That song speaks to me. It moves me in a different way. Like the song of Arasta, I'm feeling vibes on vibes. They know if it kill my vibe. Why do people connect to that song? Because you have been troubled so many times. So many people have doubted you. In the place of work, it's like they're playing games with you. You are applied, but you're not getting the promotion you want. You're struggling, you're working so hard, and it's like every time you move forward, it's like you're moving 2 steps back. Things are not working in your favor. Are you truly feeling vibes on vibes? Or you want to now start feeling vibes on vibes? Remember, the third P, your personality. Those are your values. Who are you? What you hold dearly. I move over to the fourth P. The fourth P is positioning. How do you position yourself? Positioning. Positioning is very, very important. How do you position yourself? It is good for you to know that even the best footballers, you need to positioning simply is how you want people to see you, where you want to be, how you want to be seen, who do you associate with. This program has been set aside just for you so that you can position yourself in life, in business, in career. All these things are important for you. It's set aside just for you. It's for you to understand that I'm not just going to be one of the number. I am going to be the number. The number. I'm going to be the number. I'm going to position myself. I'm going to win. I know my purpose. I know my promise. I know my personality, my values. And it is time for me to position myself. I will say this. No matter what they do, like I always say, it is not how much you know, it's how much you show. See this. They talk about you at the office and they are saying so many things about you. And it's like, why are you here again? Another conference, another summit. You're buying a book. You're reading. You're going for personal development. You want to join the transformation tribe. What are you doing? And you keep pouring into your cup. You keep pouring into your cup. What they do not know is, it is not how much you know. It is how much you show. You are the bottom. Each time you filled in that cup, you are coming to the top. You are coming to the top. They did not know that they couldn't kill your vibe. Because in this summit, you've heard speakers, you've heard leaders, you heard experts that have helped you, giving you strategies so that you will emerge. It is your time to emerge.